members of the media and the residents at home. I think what has been clear today is that the vision has been put to us as the members of the mayoral committee. And I think what is important for us is to take the portion that belongs to us and run with it in order to make sure that the strategy and the vision that the mayor has outlined is successful. You may say these are very ambitious targets, but this is what we need to do as the leadership of the city. So there's nothing untoward in our ambition as long as it follows with the commitments by the administrative leadership on achieving these goals. I think specifically for where I come from is to draw the line in terms of what is the relationship between the vision that the mayor has outlined and my responsibilities in aiding these efforts. I think the issue of capital projects, which is my main responsibility, overseeing capital projects, is going to be very key for three reasons. So basically, we all know the dependency between capital projects and revenue generation. And so obviously we now need to put all the efforts in making sure that the powers that are delegated to me are successful in order to enable this strategy and this vision. The first thing I want to say is that the approach that we're taking in so far as the capital projects are concerned is that, one, we want to prioritize those projects that are of high value. So those projects that have been, like in terms of the rand as well as the social value. So those are the projects that we're going to prioritize. Within those projects, obviously the whole point is to finish them on record time. There is a reason why we have these projects in communities. So that's the first prize. The second prize, you'll find that most of these projects are in three departments in the main. That's water and sanitation, that's electricity and energy, and that's roads and transport. And that's about 65% of the capital projects that we have this financial year. So that starts to give you the value of the investment that the city is putting behind the operations that will then lead and yield the results that that the executive mayor was talking about. The second thing that we're going to focus on as an approach, and remember all of this is linked to this strategy, it's not a side show, is looking at capital projects that have direct impact on revenue generation. So there's three reasons or the three motivations when it comes to that. One, we need to look at those projects from a point of view that we must procure very fast, whether we're procuring equipment or we're procuring service, so that these projects, are completed on time. So that's the first motivation. The second motivation, we need to curb revenue losses, whether in water or in electricity. So whatever projects that will enable us to reduce the losses, those will be prioritized. The last part is that most of these projects, they are grant funded. We must spend our grants. That is non-negotiable. We cannot be a city that returns grants. So that's the second category of projects that we're going to prioritize. The third one is those projects that lead directly to service delivery. We can talk all about the revenue generation, how we procure, but the ultimate goal is for us to be able to deliver services to the residents of Tshwane. Therefore, when we look at those projects, we look at them from a point of view of, are we yielding the desired turnaround times in terms of, for instance, our repairs and maintenance? So that would be the third category and the approach in terms of how the capital projects are going to contribute to this vision. I think what is important, EM, is that with all the vision that we have, what has been clear as an instruction to us as the MECO is that we're throwing a kitchen sink approach here. And all our efforts then must lead to realizing the targets that we've set ourselves. And of course, at an appropriate time, you will then get to understand which projects are we talking about. You'll meet us on site with MMCs when we're busy, also addressing the bottlenecks to some of the projects, and also sharing with you some of the successes in terms of projects where we're meeting our milestones. Thank you so much.